All right. Good morning, everyone. My name is Caroline, or Miss Caroline, or you can call me Carol. I'm a psychologist. I'm here to speak to you about the traumas of knife crime and gun crime. What happens to you emotionally? Miss, do you have a...
Yes, I do have this. Shall I get rid of that for you?
Yes, please. So when I say emotions, who knows what I mean? Put a hand up if you know what...
Your feelings?
Your feelings, that's a good one. What comes out of your feelings? So we're speaking...
Actions.
Your actions. So we're speaking about emotions. Yeah, and then out of emotions comes feelings, and then actions. What else? What else comes out of that?
Consequences. Because, if you do something bad.
Yeah, that's more like your actions, really. But I'm looking at the emotions. Let's say, what do you feel? Do you feel happy or sad?
With what?
With emotions. What comes out of emotions?
Both.
So you're happy. Either you're happy, you have a happy emotion, or you have a sad emotion, isn't it? Yeah. So when someone commits, goes to the streets and pulls a knife out of someone, what do you think? What emotions are going through that person at that moment?
Either fight or flight.
That's a possibility. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
So fight.
It's adrenaline.
Yeah.
Fight or flight.
So you get adrenaline when you get...
It is right. So you say fight or flight. Excuse me, I'm talking. All right, which you've given a good point, right? So when you're going through those emotions, fight or flight, what emotions are you facing? Anger or fear?
Fear.
It's a fear, okay. So we've looked at these emotions now. At that moment, how do you manage them? How can you, if we've got all these emotions, how do you think they can be managed in a situation? If you're feeling that, you want to say something? Anyone?
Like, how would you let it out?
Yes, how would you
You
manage?
either fight or run away.
Fight or run away. So you have to be in a situation where you have to deal with that anger, right? So the situation that you're in is let me say, like you're made to fight, or you have to deal with fear, like what he was saying, right? So now, how we manage our emotions, yeah, we have to deal with our consequences, like what she was saying. The traumas that comes out of people that handle emotions in a certain way is really bad, because after you have to deal with the mass of what's happened, killing someone, putting a gun to someone's head. It has consequences not only to that person, but to what? To the community. So in 2011, what Miss was talking about, everybody, the situation that happened, there was a young man who got killed in Tottenham by a gun, right? What happened with the community? The community reacted, yeah? When the community reacted, there was a trauma. These are the traumas that came out of it, because a certain group of community felt that they were being targeted. So everyone in that racial category reacted to what was going on, right? Does any of you want to give a comment on what I've just said? And do you understand what I'm talking about?
Anyone?
Go on.
I understand what you're saying.
What do you understand what I'm saying?
Your emotions leads to consequences, and consequences can impact to violence or non-violence. Basically.
Exactly. She's understood what I'm saying. Can you speak up a bit louder so your other peer members can hear what you're saying?
Your emotions lead to anger, and then afterwards it could lead to consequences leading to violence or non-violence.
Okay. Yeah. So after you've this is the first part of that, we was dealing with the emotions of it, which is what you've just rounded up. But now we're dealing with, after you've dealt with the consequences and your emotion, how does that affect the community? Say a young man has been stabbed. What do you think when the police goes on the mother's door? What do you think the mum or the family will feel?
So relatives will break down.
So there will be a breakdown, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there's a breakdown at that moment, right? What else can happen?
It could lead, revenge.
It could lead to revenge. That's a good one.
Or it can lead to like the mom, like say if that's her only child, it could lead to the mom going through depression.
Depression, there you go. And what else could be happening? One more, please. So we've got revenge, we've got breakdown, we've got depression. And how does that impact just the family alone? Because just the family alone, remember you've got a big family, how does that impact the family? So if your mom's going through depression, a breakdown, your mom can't look after you, you know, because then now you have to look after your mom.
So now it affects everyone else around her.
Exactly. So it affects everyone else around the family. Now, how do the family react with that person that they've lost, in terms of that loss? They will go back and react within the neighborhood, the community. They will ask for help and support, right? Is that what, like, have you noticed or experienced anything like that before?
Experience what?
Have you experienced a death in your family or within the community or somewhere where you live? Do you know anyone who has passed away by a knife or gun crime?
Yeah.
And how does that, what emotions brought out of you, even if you didn't know them at that time?
Anger.
Why did you feel that anger?
Because like, why did you do that?
You've lost a life within the
Took someone else's
community.
life for what?
Okay, so now you're feeling like that. Sorry, did you want to say
and
something?
even though like some people get killed for actually not doing anything, just like walking down the street
Yes.
with like something.
Exactly. And from you hearing that news on maybe on telly or maybe from someone else, at that point, what do you feel? How does it make you feel as a person, without being related to that person? How does that make you feel?
It's just how like people really live. Like
Exactly. So it impacts what? The community, because we are all part of the community. You understand? And so the feelings that we express when someone has been knifed or killed, right, can either leave us in depression or we could be angry. Yes.
yeah, but even though like the person that killed the other person, the person's family that where the boy killed,
Yeah.
like they can still feel like upset, and they still might like feel depressed as well.
Yes, the extended family, she's right. So we've got all of these emotions going on through the family first, and then the community, and then the police. So how does this affect us emotionally and financially?
Oh, you
But
have to hold
financially, you
a
have to pay for
funeral.
the thing. Yeah.
Exactly. So what if I don't have any money in the community? What do? I will have all these traumas as a mother. How am I going to get the money to bury my son? How am I going to get the money to get the lawyers and things like that? You understand?
You can always burn them. Like burn.
Even that costs.
Even that costs money in cemetery.
That's funeral.
You know, so there's also, with traumas comes a lot of experiences that one has to go through. Before you put that knife or that gun through someone's stomach or heart, wherever you want to insert it, you must think about the family trauma, the community. Us as psychologists, we get paid a lot of money to come down and deal with the families and counsel them. You understand? This is why it costs. It costs a lot of money to actually cancel and clear out the traumas of the family first, and then the traumas of the community. You see, the police and the government pays psychologists, forensic psychologists, to go and deal with the murders and find out and resolve it. This costs a lot of money. So as this, in such a young age that you lot are at this moment, I mean, it is important. This is why they're bringing people like us in school to explain to you the financial part of it and then the emotional part of it, what it costs, so that before you go out there, you can literally think before you go out there and deal with the emotions that you're thinking about or that you're dealing with. So right now what we need to teach in schools is how to manage emotions if you are to deal with what he was saying, fight or fright. Can someone come? Can both of you come? You two young men at the back.
I'm good.
Actually, the one that says fight or flight, come up.
I'm good.
Can you? You don't want to come up? So can we have a volunteer? Because I want to
What do you have
express.
to do?
I just want to show an example of fight or fright. Can someone come up?
We need to go up, man.
Don't be shy. Don't be shy. I don't bite.
I'll tell you, they are not shy.
What are you gonna?
They're
What,
very
what
brave.
do they do if they stand up? What are you gonna?
She just said
Let's
it.
show you an example. Just get up. This will show you.
It's up for fighting.
Michelle, go up, man.
Can you go music?
Alicia, go.
All right. So basically, when someone gets up, you see, you cannot be shy. Oh, well done. Well done. Look at her. She's like, oh. Look at her. So if I come to you like this, how are you gonna deal with me?
Oh. Alicia's like, girl.
How are you gonna deal with me?
Relax.
Relax. What if I spat in your face?
Nah, then that's a different problem still. We're gonna fight.
So if I spat in your face, you fight me.
Yeah.
So what this means, yeah, that I've gotten power over her emotions. Do you understand? In life, never let no one have power over your emotions. A person who doesn't react has more power over their emotions and themselves and move away. You understand? This is the same lessons I teach in prisons, because I go in prisons, in young offenders prisons. I teach them, if I do something to you like this, and I come to your face and I look at you and I look at you, you look at me, you can look at me and feel, you know, this is a confused person, let me move from them. Unless when it gets physical now, when it becomes to get physical now, is when you might fight or react, because obviously you're an emotional being. But never let no one have power over your emotions. So that's what I wanted to teach you. Just one simple lesson for today for fight or fright. Always learn to control your emotions. You know, there's learning how to control your financial emotions, because people spend financially. And after that, it comes depression. And how Miss was saying, social media will influence you to do a lot of things. You know, they're always marketing guns, knives on TV, on programs and so forth. But I want to show you something now, a little short clip. You can stop that now. I want to show you